Hello everybody. I've been using some of the kit and I thought actually let me go live so you can see what I'm doing. So I am using some of the kit which goes on sale on June the 1st. At the minute you can see me using the paint that's in the kit. So this is the Shabby Velour paint. The one you get in the kit is in colour Heather. It's a lovely paint. I've put no gesso on this wood. It's given me a fine coverage without. I'm just doing kind of a second coat because I want it to be quite bold. Not bold, but I want the colour to stand out. That's the word. So I'm just putting a bit on a brush and just pouncing that on so that we can make the most of the texture that's in the paint. And this is going to go on a canvas that I've started preparing to the side of me. So let me show you the canvas. Let's pop this to one side a second. Let me just show you that quickly. So can you see it keeps the brush marks, but most of that texture is just the texture in the paint itself. So let me bring you over here a little bit. So here is the canvas I'm preparing. So here, this is the Shabby Velour paint as well, and I don't know if you can hear that, but it's very textured. You hear that? It's like gritty. So that was just using one of the AB Studio stencils. That's the little doily, the half doily stencil. The background I prepared just using the yellow colour was Distress Oxide Spray and Lemonade. Then I've taken some of the new Lindy's pour inks. That was the blue, just the blue actually. And I mixed in on top of that some of Lindy's Starburst spray. I think that was the only colours, so I just kept going back and going back where you can see like the yellow, the greeny sort of blue. I've added the yellow spray on again. I did use the gold actually, sorry, as well, so you can see those little bits of shimmer. That's the gold Lindy's ink pour. I've dabbed the Shabby Velour paint all around the edge as well, give a nice texture and just kind of frame it, and I pulled it onto the frame a little bit. So let's dry the chipboard, the MDF I should say, and then we'll see how we want to proceed. So he's going to go somewhere here. It's going to need some sort of wood. And some other embellishments, I think. Got a nice wine there. Why don't you join me in a little drink whilst I craft? Do say hello if you are watching. This is totally unplanned, so I don't expect people to tune in. Nice if you do though, but I will share this anyway so you can watch it back after. So that's actually dry already. They do dry quick. So that's that. You've got some lovely flowers in the kit. I didn't treat myself to those this month. I have got my new flower mixes. I could use some of those. I have got this older set actually of flowers. Might work. I don't know if they're too big. I think they're a bit big, a bit too in your face. I'll have a think about that. While I'm doing that, I'm just going to use one of the Prima new waxes. This is Indian Pink. They are very pigmented, so they will stay in your finger. So I do advise using a brush to apply these in this with this type. I'm gonna need a new brush. That's too dirty. Here's my brush I use for ink. Actually, it's just a stump, but it works perfect for putting on wax. So I'll have a think about the rest while I just add some of this on. And the wax will also pick up that nice texture, kind of highlight that. So I'm thinking it's going to need florals for sure. Butterfly, florals, you know, go kind of hand in hand, don't they? I want to completely cover all this paint. It's very pretty in itself. And maybe we'll go a little bit bolder down the middle though. And then if you kind of buff the, I'm using my finger after just saying not to, but if you buff it with a cloth or your finger, you will get that shine kind of really pops out. I'm just gonna do it. Because they're Finnebear describes them as the cousins of furniture wax, so I guess that's why you can kind of buff them and get that sheen a bit more. Furniture wax works like that. I don't think that paint was quite dry in the middle there. Right, so that's that. I like that. What are we going to add? So let's have a think. I've got some of the papers from the kit left, which could be good. Maybe this one. So I could cut out one of those kind of clusters. Let's try that and see how that looks. If you are popping in, do say hello. It's nice to see who's joining. Now I do a kind of lazy fussy cutting where I just kind of cut a shape. Don't worry, I'm not leaving it like this. I will cut a shape around it, but I just kind of make a border a lot of the time. I can do fussy cutting, but it just doesn't appeal to me really, and I'm not perfect at it, so sometimes when I try to do it well it can end up looking worse because I don't quite get it right, if you know what I mean. It's best to try, I found myself, I don't know if you do, but the less strokes, like not doing that much, more one long smooth cut, if that makes sense, and just move the paper around, gives you a smoother cut. And that's why I usually use my big fabric scissors, these ones, because I can get like one long cut from them without having to close the scissors again, if that makes sense. I just done that. Okay, I've rubbed a load of wax over it, fine. So this could sit underneath. That could look okay. However, that is much bolder than the background, so if I'm going to add that, I'll need to add something else, I think. So we'll leave it there, we'll have a think. In your kit, it will come wrapped in tissue paper as well, which actually looks really nice together. You'll get some die cuts in there. I'm not using the same ones today, but similar. Well, actually, I could use the same ones. I've got them here. So these are the types that you'll get in your kit. So let's have a think, see if this works. So you'll get 10 pieces in your kit. The yellow would be good because it ties in the background. I think I need to brighten the background a little bit in patches. So I've got the watercolour markers, which are much bolder. So before I start sticking, let's do that. Just in places, because I like what I've done, so I don't want to lose it all. But just to tie it in with these die cuts a bit more. And I'm not going to water them down because I want it to be vibrant here. So this will just pick it up a little bit. Okay. Trying to get it to drip a little bit. There we go. So I don't want too much. I don't want to lose everything I've done because I do like it. Let's just bring in some pink as well. So yeah, think about mixing things you've got. You don't have to just stick to one thing. There's no rules. I've very much experimented with my background till I liked it. Not sure about that bit in the middle. Let's pat some of that off a bit. That yellow's helped, I think, lift it a little bit. Just stick to the edge then, which seems to have worked. Just add in a bit more brightness. Okay, that should do it, I think. I'll just quickly blast dry that. I do really love those markers. I ummed and ahed and I thought, nope, sod it, I'm treating myself. And I'm pleased I did. They're really, really nice. So easy to use. And you just create something really quickly with them. Okay, that looks a bit better. I just lifted the colours a little bit more. Okay, so back. Whoops. Got in here. Sure about that purple. That's too white. That's the only thing. I might have to blend some oxides over them to take away the glaring white of the die cuts in this pack. Because in this case it doesn't go, because I did start out leaving a lot of white on my canvas and then I meant to. I just ended up covering it up. Because all the bits I left white, I then put the paint over. Right. No, I'm not feeling that. That's what's wrong. Okay. Yeah, this is better. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, like that. So I'll got squeezed lemonade in oxide because that's the same as the spray I used in the background, so that'll tie it nicely. And I'll just get rid of some of that white to the die cuts, and then I'm going to start building this all up so we get some layers. It's too flat at the moment, even with that big chipboard. And we'll see what else we can find to add in. I'm definitely going to grab some flowers in a moment. So oxide. Here's my bag of ones I use a lot. There we go. Squeeze lemonade. Right, I'm just going to get a blending sponge. And I'm going to do it onto the canvas because it doesn't matter if I get the yellow on the canvas. So I'm making the die cuts tie in more with the canvas by doing this. I'm working, trying more on the white bits so I don't lose the colour on the coloured bits. I'm not worried too much though. Oh, it's been good to craft. I was on a mission today, right? I must craft. I got bogged down in boring accounts yesterday, and then that just gave me such a headache. I didn't feel like crafting after that, and today I thought, right, that's it, I'm crafting. I don't care what I feel like or anything, I need to craft. Right, more texture. Oops, I crushed a flower. Doilies. Do I have any doilies that go? Is that gonna... No. Right. It's gonna go there. Okay, let's get some flowers. So you may have seen our new flower mixes are live now. So the ones I'm going to pick from now are ones you can get in the mixes. We need some... Is yellow going to be too much now? Do we want... something a bit more subtle? Gold. Hi Alison, by the way, sorry, I don't think I said hello. Maybe pink. Sorry, rustling, I'm looking through the flowers. That looks nice. Yes, that looks good. Trying to look at the colours of the die cuts and my general canvas. Try those firstly, and this one we can make a little bit yellow with the ink again. Just brush it onto the petals a bit, not completely, just to tie it in a bit more. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna have a cluster somewhere. Okay, something like that. Right, and it needs a word or something, some sort of title. Let's have a think. And then I'm going to start building this up into layers, and we can tuck bits and bobs in as we go. What was I looking for? Words. Distracting myself. About the Finnabair words. So I think we'll come to those after. Right, so let's start. So first of all, I need to raise this chipboard up before I do anything else. Oh, there's a little bug on my work. Like a tiny woodlouse. Anyway. Right, I think I will go for just some foam squares, and I just had there. So it's quite wide in parts, so I can get these foams on. If you wanted to make sure this definitely sticks, you could then stick some gel on top of the squares, just to make sure it sticks. It's a bit of a dud one. I'm fairly confident. Let's see where I can squidge them in. I might need to cut this a little bit. They're quite big square dots. Okay, that should do. I prefer to use dots when I've got something a bit fiddly like this. And yeah, if I wanted to make sure 100% that these stuck, I would just pop a little bit of gel on first. These particular ones are quite sticky. I don't know which they are, but they're not too bad. Can I squeeze another one somewhere? Let's do a half again. Try not to cut my finger off. Hello, Georgia. Let's get one in there. And where else can I squeeze one? There. That should do it. Right. Yep. Okay. So I'm going to go slightly higher, I think, so I can do my words down here. Yeah, so that's, we've now committed to that. Now the florals should tuck nicely under because we've popped foam dots to raise them a little bit. Get some volume. Oop. That's why I don't use glue very much. I'm a bit heavy-handed. This glue is good though. This is the Arc Lit one. I've got 1 or 2 tubes of the little size left. I'm just waiting for some more stock of the big refill bottles. It's not, sometimes you pay for what you get, that's what I mean. So it's not dead cheap stuff, but it is very good. It's nice and strong. Okay, so that's there. Right, flowers. No, I want to raise those up a little bit more. I've usually got cardboard on my desk, but I don't, which is a surprise. So let me just grab some cardboard. Cardboard's great. Everyone's got cardboard. We get packaging with everything. It's cheap. You know, we don't pay for it because we've always got some from something, and it's just great. Sometimes foam dot doesn't give you quite enough dimension. Cardboard can help raise it a bit more. And if I was doing it with paper, I'd just put tape on there. Hi Kelly. As I'm wanting to stick flowers, I'm going to use gel. I'll use the Fabrica Decor 3D gel, just with a palette knife. And I'll pop the flowers on the cardboard first, then I'll work out where they're going to go on my canvas. Don't worry about the excess cardboard, I will cover that up. So I'm just sticking a blob like that on the flower, and then I will do the same onto the cardboard, the other side, stick it down. So let's have a look. That looks nice there. So that cardboard you can see now is just, if I put the pink one there, I can hide the cardboard then. Yeah, it's just raised that up nicely. Oops, not there. Let's bring that forward a little bit, and then I should be able to cover the rest with this flower. I'll just stick some beads anywhere that I can see the cardboard stuff, so I can see it a bit there. I'll pop a bit more gel down, and this will give us some more texture anyway. So let's go some gel around here. And maybe a bit up here. And balance some here. And let's actually put them on the body of the butterfly. That would look quite nice, wouldn't it? Okay, so let me just grab some beads. So you could use micro beads, you could use the little beads you use for jewellery, seed beads, you could use art stones, anything would be fine. Let me find my stones or whatever I'm putting on. Oh, actually, I've got some flower soft that my friend gave me in yellow, which would be perfect. So let's try that. Ooh, it feels really weird. I've never used this before, but I've wanted to, and just never had the right thing to use it for. So really it's supposed to go on like the petals and that. I'll tap all this off after. Feels really strange putting your fingers in this stuff. So I'll get a big piece of paper in a minute and tap all this extra off. Don't worry, you think, oh my gosh, she's putting so much on. Right, let's get a piece of paper. Oh, I forgot the butterfly. So just anything with texture will work for this. Glitter, glass glitter, anything like that. Oh, I'm going to need that. Why am I shutting the lid? Piece of paper. very vibrant. That's quite cool. Cool. Right, I think it's almost too bright. I might need to knock that colour back again. It's very bright. Right, I didn't pick the best paper, did I, to do that with? That was a bit of an awkward shape. But very beautiful. That was from Minte Papers Dear Diary, by the way, if you were wondering. Okay, so there's that. So I'll leave that alone and let it dry for now, and then I'll have a think about that. Right, we need a word. Definitely need a word. What are we going to use? I've got these new Chamel stickers that I'm in love with. Do any of those work? Sunshine. Inspired, sparkle, greatest, see the world, go big, saving the day. I'm not sure. Oh, I was going to use these, wasn't I? Let's see. What colour? Slightly different colours. So you've got like a whitish one, then a kind of browny, sepia, whatever, greeny sort of tone. This one, I think. Oh, and I just saw something about wings. Build your wings. That works. Yep, and I want it raised, so I'll get some smaller foam dots. Let's use these ones because I never use them. Bought these tiny dots, and now I'm just like, what the heck do I use them for? They're too small, but that would work for this title. Just, they're really awkward as well. I've got really fat fingers, so they're really hard for me to get out. Ugh, those stickers are very sticky, which is always good. Shouldn't complain. Nothing more frustrating than a sticker that isn't sticky. So how is everybody? Thank you for joining me. I hope you're all well. What have you been up to? I believe that it's half term a lot of places at the moment, so those with kids, I imagine you're being run riot. So maybe you're just taking a moment to relax at last. Right, that's got that flower sauce stuff on it, so it's not very sticky now. So let's just pop a bit of gel on the back. Oh, that's better. Right, let's make some space again. Okay, this flower sauce, I'm not sure about it now. Kind of wishing I'd gone with the beads, so I may add something over the top of that as well. Not completely cover it, but let's see what I can do. Just, it's a little bit bright, isn't it? This is difficult now not to lose it all. I want to completely cover it, but I just want to stick some stuff on the top just to tone it back down a bit. It's a bit bright. Okay, let's just just wipe that before I forget and put all that into my glue, and I will be cross my gel. Let me just get some more beads then. Much stuff in my basket. Oh, do I just go white? Could go for those. Let's see. I kind of feel like I want coloured something. I don't know what. There we go. Silver micro beads. Let's try this. Whoa. Yep, that's better. Oh dear. Yeah, I forgot to put the piece of paper down. I now have micro beads everywhere. Yeah, put the piece of paper down first before you start this. Okay. Yeah, that looks a bit better. Right. I now have a desk covered in beads. That's excellent. Let's carefully try and get those back in the pot. The ones that made it to the paper. Ooh! Right. Try and rescue what I can of those. I do like my micro beads. I don't really want to throw them all on the floor. Right, let's have a look now. It's a bit better. Still not 100% happy, but happier. And that's going to be really thick, so I'm going to need to spread that out a bit, else that's actually going to dry white. We don't want that. Thinking about it. So I'll spread this about a bit. We have to kind of use our imagination at this point because it's white. It will dry clear. That's okay. Yeah, we like it on there. This is okay because the gel's not showing too much, but I'll just bring it in a little bit. Okay. Right, that's a bit better. That muck off there. Right, what else? Does it need anything else? I'm not sure if it does. Sometimes it's hard to know when to stop, isn't it? I think I'll just do some gold ink. Now actually, while we're doing that, hello Georgia, let's review the new gold ink cream I have put in here. So we've all been waiting for a new gold ink, and hopefully I have the answer for you. Kaiser Mists, they delisted their inks a while back and they brought them back now. So I guess they were working on a new formula because they look similar colours to before. I can hear that there's a the little ball thing in there now, which gives me the feeling they've changed it, definitely. So let's just try on some white so you can see first of all. Here we go, exciting. Ooh, it's really nice. And you know what? That is not far off Heidi. Hi, Dad. Chris, that's my dad. That's pretty good, actually. Right, so I don't want to spray, no. I just want flicks. Yeah, that is actually very much like Heidi. So, if you've been missing your Heidi Gold, we have this one in the shop. So this is Kaiser Mist Gold Shimmer Spray. So you can look in the ink spray section or under the Kaiser Craft brand, you will find this. And that's going to go on the butterfly a little bit. Okay, let's see if I can dry that a little bit. Excuse the noise a second. I'm not sure what this bit's gonna look like dry, so let's have a look. I forgot with this gel, well, any gel really, if you put it on too thick, it doesn't go completely clear. I think it's going to be okay though, looking at how it's drying. And I think that's going to be it, so I'll leave that to dry. I won't bore you watching me dry. So there we go. So this is from this piece, the ephemera. You've got different flowers. The shabby paint, which I will show you. So that's what's on the butterfly, the lighter colour. So it's very textured. Hopefully you can see that. See the lighter colour, the texture. The darker colour was the Finnabair wax that I used, which is also in the shop. I used the same paint here for a stencil. This is the AB Studio doily stencil you can get. I've just added loads of new AB Studio stuff actually, and I've just placed another order because they brought out 4 more paper collections right after I placed my order. Typical. So yeah, there's some lovely stuff in the shop at the moment. These flowers you can find in the flower mixes. There are some lovely jeweled ones with jeweled centers like this in your kit this month that are Prima ones, but yeah, if you want to get some more, we've got those. The kit goes on sale on the 1st of June, thompsonscraftsupplies.com. You can find it in the kit section near the top of the shop. It's called Botanical Butterfly. The newsletter will go out on the 1st as well. It goes out early in the morning, 6 o'clock. So it's ready whenever you get up. Hopefully you don't get up much before that. Yeah, that's about all my news. That's dried now. I hope you can see that shimmer. That's all yellow. Nice. I won't put that in there. Any other news? Oh, we have some nice news today. Lorna will be joining us team permanently. She's been a little superstar the last couple of months. Juice is so much work. I don't know how she does it, because she works as well full time. Don't quite know how. She's a little machine, and lovely work, and I think we're quite on the same wavelength with what we like and that sort of thing. So yes, that's some good news. We've got Ali will be guestie team for us in June as well. She's going to be working mostly with some lovely AB Studio products. Well, all the stuff from us is AB Studio, so some stamp stencils and some paper, some with the phrases on. We've got our normal design team back in June as well. They had a little holiday while we had delay with our kit, so I gave them the option, would you like some time off? And they both said yes, actually that would be quite nice. So they had a well-deserved break, but they'll be back as normal from the beginning of June. And I think that's all my news for today. So thank you for watching. I hope you like my canvas. It's not completely dry yet. Yeah, great product, this shabby paint. Yeah, so thank you for watching. I'll see you again soon. Bye.